just recently we got news of a state of play coming on this Thursday, and the focus is going to be on PS4 instead of PS5. On the surface, that sounds to me like they're trying to push PS4 sales and milk it till it's dry. But on the flip side, it could be something even better, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Over the past few weeks and months, I've been paying more attention to Xbox and what they've been doing, because they've been doing a lot of interesting things recently. They have all these games coming to Game Pass, and Game Pass itself is able to be played without even having an Xbox system. And even today they got into the Xbox One controller being forwards compatible to the Xbox Series X. So it really sounds like they're doing the most to make sure that you're tempted in some way to give them your support. Me being myself, I'm on the PlayStation side of things, and I question what the hell can we look forward to from Sony after seeing so much that Xbox is doing to make sure that their fans are really happy. Well, one thing I want to touch on real fast that is actually disappointing from Sony's side of things is the PS4 controllers. They announced that the PS4 controllers will not be forwards compatible with the PS5 games, but will be compatible with select titles in the PS4 library. Let me just say that it is very stupid that the DualShock 4 will not work with PS5 games. And a perfect example of this that I have in my drawer right now that I haven't touched in years is my PlayStation Vita TV. For those of you who don't know, that was the device that allowed us to play PlayStation Vita games on our TV instead of on the actual Vita. And it also just so happened that that system went on sale for really cheap. I got mine for like $10 and it was like a really big deal. The problem is you can't play all Vita games on the PlayStation Vita TV because, well, there's not a touchscreen. So what I would have to do before I buy any Vita games and try and play it on there is just look up and see if it's compatible, and most games are. That's actually where I picked up a copy of Persona 4 Golden, and even though I haven't touched it yet, I still have it available to play whenever I'm ready. So going back to the PS5, I feel like if they excluded games that specifically used haptic feedback or even the microphone, things like that, then it would have been a smarter move than them just completely discounting the PS4 controller entirely and just saying, no, you can't use it. Because like, come on guys, besides that, it's literally the same controller. Like, what is really different? And even then, I doubt that every single developer is going to make use of all the differences within those controllers. But moving on, I'm going to be real and I'm going to say that it's a little annoying not having that much information when we're months away from having this system. Obviously, Sony is leading the pack right now and they don't have to make these big decisions like Xbox has been. And hey, I have a fairly sizable amount of PS4 games, a lot of them I haven't even touched yet. If they support bringing just those games and hopefully find a way to bring even some PS3 downloaded games as well, then the value for me goes way up. But even still, again, me being the PlayStation fan that I am, it's still nothing compared to what Xbox is offering with Game Pass. And hey, I'll touch on the fact that people are saying that Game Pass is not really sustainable and it's probably not going to stay the way it is right now for a very long time. But you know what? Screw sustainability. If I'm saving money, then that's all I'm concerned about, and Xbox can easily make that money back with the decent amount of value they bring to the table. So the question is, what do I want to see from this upcoming state of play based on all the things I've said? First, this is going to focus mainly on PS4 games. And if that is the case, I want them to talk more about the very important things regarding the PS4 games in relation to the PS5 system. Now let's just say, for example, that somebody recently got a PS4 or will be getting one soon because, hey, not everybody can afford it right off the gate, am I right? I think it's really important to make it so everyone who bought PS4 games and accessories, excluding the controller unfortunately, but it's important that they can bring over their stuff and get into the PS5 ecosystem without spending a fortune. And hell, even if the games that they show off this Thursday are games that are made for the PS4 but just have upscaled versions for the PS5, then heck, that's a step in the right direction. But if one thing is absolutely for sure, if I'm able to pick up a PS5 this holiday and immediately have tons of games to play, both new and old, then that makes my decision feel a lot smarter. But unfortunately, it does feel like PlayStation is doing a lot to make sure that anybody that bought a PS4 and bought into that ecosystem is going to stick with them in order to bring that value over to the PS5. But unfortunately, I can't say they're going to do much to sway the minds and the wallets of anyone who's going to choose an Xbox Series X from the start. And hell, for all I know, that might just be good enough. One thing I can say for sure is that Sony has done one thing right, and that's exclusives, and they they've done that really well throughout this entire generation, especially compared to Xbox. But going into next gen, the big question that I have is exclusives going to be enough? But that is just about it for today. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter where we can continue the conversation, and I will see you guys in the next one.